Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and my name is Siri and welcome back to another video. In this video, we are going to learn communication skills and English fluency at the same time. A lot of English learners out there get confused between communication skills and English fluency. So in this video, we are going to understand this entire concept by giving answers to 4 important questions, and they are: Number one is, what are communication skills and what is English fluency? Number two is, how are they different from each other? Number three is, what are my experiences and examples that I can share with all of you about this particular concept? Last question, which is the most important question, that is how one can develop themselves or improve themselves when it comes to communication skills and improve English fluency. Without any further ado, let's get into the video now. Let's get started with the question number one, which is, what are communication skills? In my opinion, communication skills is the ability to communicate and at the same time to receive or to listen to what the other person is saying. We call it a communication only when there is a speaker and a receiver. Okay, sometimes you could be the receiver, sometimes the other person could be the receiver. So irrespective of the language, that ability to be able to communicate effectively, to be able to explain in such a manner where the other person is able to understand what you are saying, this is what communication skills mean, in my opinion. Now let's talk about English fluency. Now English fluency means being able to talk in English like just the way how we speak in our mother tongue, flawlessly, fluently, without getting stuck in between. If you are able to speak in English without getting stuck in between, without having to think a lot of times about what you need to speak, then you can say that you are fluent in English, and this is what English fluency means. Okay, so these are the definitions for two concepts, communication skills and English fluency. Now let's dive into question number two, which is, how are they different from each other? See, I feel there is a lot of difference between both of them, because communication skills has a lot of sub concepts that we all need to keep in mind, such as non-verbal communications, means your body language, the way you move your hands, the way you do your expressions and stuff, that also comes under communication skills. Your listening skills comes under communication skills, and the clarity that you have when you speak, that comes under communication skills. Your confidence, your clarity, your honesty and your feedback, all these aspects come under communication skills. If you want to be good at communication skills, it's very important that you improve yourself in all of these aspects, right? But whereas if you want to be fluent in English, you just need to work on your English, that's it. Your confidence, your clarity, all that is secondary. But if you want to be fluent in English, that means you just got to have that grip on this language. You just got to speak flawless and fluent English, and that's it. So this is the difference between communication skills and English fluency. Let's dive into question number three, my examples and my situations, my experiences regarding communication skills and English fluency. Let me just share that with all of you. So my big time inspiration when it comes to communication skills is my mom. I know you might not be believing this when I say this, because you haven't seen my mom speaking a lot in my videos, right? But yeah, I'm talking about communication skills here. I'm not talking about English fluency. Please do keep that in mind. So when I say communication skills, my mom is so good at communication skills, I can't even tell you. Like, she meets a lot of relatives. She's an extrovert. I am not like her at all. My brother is like my mom. So whenever she meets a lot of relatives out there, she communicates in such a nice manner that the other person who is listening to her just feels like listening and listening and listening. She's so good at explaining stories. She's so good at explaining situations. A lot of times I communicate every day with my mom, of course. So every day she comes back from office and she tells me everything that happened in her office, the entire day. How was her day? She explains that to me every single day. And every time I listen to her, I just feel like listening and listening and listening. And that is when I've discovered that, wow, Mama is so good at communication skills. She explains everything in such a nice manner. See, I'm not talking about the language here. I'm just talking about this communication skills, the kind of clarity she has whenever she is explaining something, or the kind of interest that she brings in the other person whenever she is explaining something, and the kind of confidence that she carries in herself whenever she is explaining something or communicates something with the other person. I feel she possesses strong communication skills. Now, this is an example that I have seen in my life. Now, let me just tell you when I found out the difference between communication skills and English fluency. So, it's been almost close to 3 years since I've started my journey to be fluent in English. First year, when I've started my journey to be fluent in English, I assumed that communication skills and English fluency are absolutely same. You don't have to work upon them separately. If you're fluent in English, that means you're good at communication skills. So this is what I used to assume all the time when it comes to communication skills and English fluency. So in the first year when I've learned how to speak in English, I was not very fluent in English, but okay, I was able to talk in English properly. If any topic is given to me, maybe I can frame sentences on that particular topic. So I went to my class as usual. That was I don't know the year properly, but I was in my first year of graduation. So I went to my college as usual. I was good at English. I was able to understand good English. I was able to speak decent English, not fluent English, but decent English. So in my mind, I was just thinking that, okay, if any topic is given to me, if my teacher wants me to communicate on any topic, I will do it because I'm good at English, right? Now I'm able to get that confidence about English, and that's what I was doing. So one day when I went to class and there was some debate going on, or there was some seminar that one has to give on a particular topic. So in our class, in our English classes, what happens is you will not be told about that particular topic, or you will not be told about the seminar or whatever beforehand. You will be given that topic on spot. Okay, if there is something that you need to talk about, you will be told about that particular topic on spot. My teacher is going to be like, okay, today I'll give you this topic. If anyone wants to speak, they can stand up and speak. Okay, and I can't tell you, till I entered the class, I thought, okay, if there's any topic that is given to me, I'll speak. I have no issues. But as soon as I've entered the class and I sat in the class, my teacher told that, this is the topic, guys. If anyone wants to speak, they can speak. I can't tell you the amount of nervousness I felt inside my heart. Like, I could not gather that courage to get up and speak. Although I was very fluent in English, I did not know how to express this topic properly, how to communicate this particular topic with my teacher or with my friends out there. And that is when I have realized that communication skills and English fluency are two different aspects. It's we who are combining both of them. You are fluent in English, that does not mean that you can excel in your communication skills. You need to work upon both of them separately. See, to be able to speak fluent English, you might not require a lot of confidence. But if you want to communicate properly, if you want to be good at your communication skills, there's a big time need of confidence if you want to be good at your communication skills. So these two aspects are very, very different from each other. And I have one more example to share with all of you is that, Tanvi, right? Tanvi is my neighbor. So Tanvi's mom is so good at communicating again. She communicates in such a nice manner that the other person feels like listening to her all the time, even I am one of them. So she speaks really fluent Hindi and she speaks really fluent Telugu. So she has that confidence in her whenever there is an opportunity to communicate in any kind of situation. She has that confidence. She gathers that confidence in takes that opportunity up and she communicates. And that is also one of the examples I've seen in my life. So to be able to communicate properly, you need to work on a lot of other aspects as well. The first thing is, of course, listening. You got to be an active listener if you want to be good at your communication skills. And the next thing is to have a clarity on the topic that you want to communicate. And the most important thing is confidence, guys. Confidence is the key when it comes to communication skills, and you separately got to work upon your confidence in order to be good at your communication skills. If you are not confident, I'm telling you, you are going to ruin that situation completely. So confidence is the key when it comes to communication skills. So a lot of other aspects are going to come under communication skills, whereas English fluency is simpler than communication skills, I would say, because if you want to be fluent in English, as I told you, you don't have to work on a lot of aspects. Yeah, guys, you just need to work on that language. You just need to practice every day. I'm telling you this because I have worked on both of them comparatively. I'm telling you, people who are learning English must be thinking that, okay, why is she saying that English is easy? Both has its own thorns and flowers. I agree, I completely agree with that. But what I'm trying to tell you is that comparatively, English fluency is easy. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So this is how I found out the difference between both of them. This is how I got to know that, okay, both are different. We got to work upon both of them separately. Should not assume that if we are fluent in English, that means we can communicate in an extraordinary manner. It's not like that. So this is when I have realized about that one particular concept. Fourth question, which is how one can develop or improve themselves in communication skills and English fluency. There are two things which are common in both of them when it comes to improving yourself in communication skills and English fluency. They are practice and consistency. See, practice and consistency are the two aspects that you cannot escape from. You want to improve yourself in communication skills and English fluency. See, you got to practice every day. There is no alternative to it. You got to be consistent. There is no alternative to it at all. You cannot replace consistency with anything out there. You got to be consistent, and that is how you are going to be good at any aspect, any skill that you want to learn. You want to be good at cricket, you got to practice every day. You want to be good at badminton, you got to practice every day. You got to be consistent. So you want to be good at any skill, you got to be consistent and practice every day. And one of the best tips that has always helped me to improve my communication skills are keeping myself in real life situations. See, in my college life, there were a lot of situations uh, where there was an opportunity for me to get up and communicate. I think, as far as I know, whatever opportunities were there, I took that opportunity up because I just wanted to put myself into those real life situations. And I just wanted to experience how it feels. Of course, I might fail in the first go, but the next time I'm pretty sure I am going to have that fear inside my heart that, okay, I'm not supposed to mess up this time. I am supposed to improve myself, and that's how I have improved myself over the time. And I'm not telling you that I am a master of communication skills, but I have seen a significant growth in my communication skills. I know from where I've come from. I was at a stage back then where I would not open my mouth at any case. I would not open my mouth to speak or to communicate, to a stage where I was waiting for opportunities to fall into my lap so that I can grab them and communicate in a nice manner and to improve myself every single time I communicate. So I've seen a lot of change in myself, and that's the reason I'm telling you. So the best way is to put yourself into real life situations and follow a lot of techniques to improve your communication skills, such as communicating with your dear friends, communicating with people who are interested in communication skills, or just trying to build your confidence, having clarity of thought when you are speaking, using appropriate body language. So all need to work upon all these aspects in order to be good at communication skills. Now, if you want to improve your English fluency, the only thing I can tell you is practice. Practice every day, consume more of English content, watch more and more English content, try to involve English into your daily life, try to learn it like a language. So these are all the tips that I can tell you when it comes to English fluency. So this is the difference between English fluency and communication skills, and it's very important for all of us to realize this, because I'm not saying that both are difficult. See, everything can be achieved if you practice. So, if you want to be good at communication skills, you can definitely achieve it. But the only thing I'm trying to convey through this video is that if you want to be good at communication skills, you need to work upon them separately. There has to be some separate effort that you need to put on communication skills if you want to improve yourself in communication skills. Don't assume that if you're fluent in English, that means you are good at your communication skills. Do not assume that, because both are very, very different from each other. So that's what you need to keep in your mind, and that's what I'm trying to convey through this video. So I hope you guys have understood everything I've tried to convey through this video. If you did, you please do let me know in the comment section what is the one difference that you found between communication skills and fluency. And if there's any other video that you want from me, please do let me know in the comment section. I would love to make those videos for you. So I'll be back with another video very, very soon. Till then, you take care. If you liked this video, you know what to do. Give it a like, share it with your friends, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I'll see you guys in my next video. Till then, you take care. I'll see you soon. Bye.